What's up, guys? Back with another what if. It's been years, I know. I lost my phone and all that, and I didn't have no technology for at least. I'm basically 22 now, so at least 21 years. So I lost my phone for that long. So sorry for not really posting anything. So today's what if is like, what if Asta was Sabito's reincarnation? And y'all wondering who is Sabito. So if y'all never watched Demon Slayer or who is Sabito in Demon Slayer at all, um, basically I'm gonna explain for most of them who never watched Demon Slayer. If you do, good for y'all. I'm proud. But if rest of you never watched Demon Slayer, I'm gonna explain. Sabito was an old apprentice of the Water Hashira. I forgot his name. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm not very good with certain names, so I'm sorry. Orokuraki, I think that's his name. I think. Basically, he was like a young student, basically prodigy to become a water hashira. But certain events happened. Sabito died. So did his little sister or friend. I don't know if they're siblings or not. But bringing the question why I'm putting Asta as his reincarnation is kind of intriguing if you want to keep going along in the story. So let's begin. So timelines of the time of Asta and Yuno basically getting summoned to the not summoned but dropped off of the orphanage. Asta as a baby was more calm than the original because usually in the original he was hyperactive and got immense strength as a baby. Like not that strength, but he kicks the Grand Priest hard. But in this one he's all chillax like Yuno. But after a few years growing up, they're at least 5 years old, basically training. Not training, but also just helping people out with the Sabito personality and all that at a young age. And Yuno and Asta discovered they have quote unquote, how are we gonna say, water magic, and Yuno has wind magic. I'm gonna say that. So, but Asta was being more creative with his magic. Like he was wondering how to make it more strengthened. Sometimes he could not figure it out. But like he sometimes he crafts a wooden katana sword, and Yuno asks where did he learn how to do that and what type of weapon is that. Asta meanwhile going like he doesn't know, he just did it or it felt right, and Yuno didn't want to bother, but he's kind of intrigued of how Asta made it, and probably might go on Asta's training regime. See, in this timeline, I'm not making Yuno like just study his own magic. I'm making Yuno actually study other different ways how to use his magic. Here's the difference. If you guys watch Black Clover, Yuno always doesn't follow Asta's training regime as a child. He always relies on his magic, nothing really else. So in here, I'm making Yuno a little bit more considerate of learning certain things. So when Asta started training with his wooden sword with the demon skull, Yuno was sometimes 3 times or 3 or 4, sometimes train with Asta with the sword. So after like at least 2 more years till they turn like at least 8, Asta would like be training on his own this time around. And it's like getting close to night. But he heard something in the woods and turns to it. Walks over there and sees a person training with their magic. He doesn't even know who this is. He's kind of confused though. But looking at the appearance, it seems female with long silver hair. He's curious who this is. I am genuinely curious too. He walks up and asks, "Hey." She turns around scared. not even know who Asta is actually. She said she got who are you? Asta's confused. Like, first of all, who are you? With that like catch up attitude and all that. Like, bro, just flipped the script. Like, who are you? Instead of asking who I am. And she says she's name is Noelle. I'm gonna say Noelle in this time frame is. I'll explain a little bit more in detail. I'm just saying she's like more shy, not shy, but more on alert. Like, let's say she's on alert of trusting certain people. So after Asa introduced himself after learning her name, Noelle, and notice she's a noble, but he's confused why a noble's out here. He asked her that, but she kept quiet and explained in little details that she's not good with her magic. She's basically like the black sheep of the family. Like, her mostly her siblings hated her, and Asa like looking at her and going like, "What the fudge?" That's what Asa was thinking in his mind. Like, and he asked her to come along. After coming out the forest, Asa will run into Asa will like explain a little bit, like, but she'll give him the okay to explain she's a royal, but not tell anybody else. And going like, okay, cause like I'm saying, I missed the part. Asa, with the little pendant part of the timeline, Asa just whoops him. I'm gonna be very honest. He whoops him. That making them become rivals at a young age. So after reducing Noelle to the orphanage and all that, and concern, Noelle basically just like feeling weird. Like she never experienced this feeling before. Happiness, joy, and everything. While Asa pats her on the back saying like, yeah, you'll get used to this feeling. After Asa says that, Noelle's like, starts eating. Not like a noble, but eating like a normal person. Like a commoner. She's like, maybe a commoner is not that bad in her mind. After she eats, she sleeps in the girl's room. Cause no, they're too young for that. They're too young. After one day, Noelle woke up early, coming out and looking around, sawing Asa walk into the forest. Plus Yuno this time. But Asa told Yuno to go in his own spot to focus on his magic. And showing movement, Yuno should actually pay attention to. And Yuno understands, and he works not 10 times harder, but like equal to Asa's level. Asa will just works like since he's young, he can't work that hard. Not yet, that way. He doesn't have a goal to go to yet. So Noah follows Asta, and uncasually, Asta had made a second katana sword just in case. Just in case you don't break his. And he said, maybe I have 4. Like, he has 4, just to be safe. And he said, just training with his 100 downward slashes, sideways slashes, upward slashes, and practice not until like noon, but almost like close to noon. And then he senses someone's watching him. He expects it's Yuno, but he said this energy and magic seems different. Turns around and sees a sparkly silver hair going like, Noelle, is that you? And she got busted and walks out and saying, hey, what a little timid voice, like, hey. And also said, okay, what do you need? She said she saw him just walk it off with, and all that with weapons? Is that what you call it? Oh, also said, this is just a wooden katana. And I just grabbed it at a young age and started practicing with it. Make Yuno do it, even though he didn't want to. It's a way to control my magic power. And now that she think about it, she doesn't even know what Asa's magic is. And she asked, what is Asa's magic? He said, my magic is water magic. And Noelle looks shocked and looks up hope at Asa. asking him to train her in a way to control her water magic. And also surprised, a noble was asking him to train her, a commoner. But looking in the pleading in her eyes, saying, "All right, well you better work hard this time, because without knowing, Noelle will have to go back. Because I'm gonna say this: her sister kicked them out, and then Noelle gave her 3 days to come back. So it's been one day. So Asta will be training Noelle's on 100 down slashes, all basically different slash motions. Keep her in her consciousness and then focus on her mana on the weapon. She will continue to do this every single day. Not every single day, but every two or the one day for the hours. And she will get perfectly down with her magic power being a low-key similarly controlled. And Asta will practice like, and she will notice Asta's moving just like water. And then once he like breathes in once, he did a whole different type of movement that she did not see even in the distance. Saw that. Bro breathed so much he did a whole, how do I say this? How do I say this to myself? How do I say this without fucking up? Okay. Bro did a whole, say like a whole, see his like after image doing a whole water stream. Also would call it water stream dance. And Noelle and Yuta would be mesmerized by that. And Asta doesn't even know what he did. He just said it out loud. And Noelle will be clapping, so as asking how Asta did that. He said he doesn't know, it just felt right. After seeing Asta did that, and Noelle will actually continue trying to do their own style. So Noelle, I'm gonna say more like, not like the protector sometimes she is. She'll be more brute force and more tactician. So, saying like someone hit her wooden sword, she will reverse that power. Even with magic, she will reverse it and will come back full strike with that full force of magic power. Like saying someone shot like saying like Noelle from the original timeline with the Sea Dragon's War, like countering that and making that her own and setting that shit back. It depends on certain type of magic. I'm not trying to make her that OP yet, but her style is most on counters and countering back faster and with full force of their opponent's attack. Will be more of a close range type of person with a weapon, and he is still long range. I'm gonna be honest. There's still long range people. I also like close range because it seems natural, even though he could be far range. So after 2 years, Noelle and Austin, will develop a style of their own of with the weapon. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I was on the phone. Back to what I was saying. They have at least 3 styles of water magic styles. Will have his basic one from the anime, while Noelle a little bit more different. Will have a little bit more different type of magic. She'll still have her Sea Dragon Cradle. Sea Dragon's Cradle. No, that's too advanced. Sea Dragon's like I forgot what it was. Sea Dragon's Cradle or Sea Dragon's. Let's say she has a Sea Dragon's Roar, but in the way of a sword. Like say if she coming with a down like slash, they will see a Sea Dragon on her blade. And saying like Sea Dragon's double slash, she will make 2 of those. And I will be very honest, it will be terrifying if that shit hits you twice. They basically will be the same, but mostly like more wind strikes. Like if he hits you with one strike, you'll feel something hitting on you in the back, front, or forward if he gets way too close. But I'm gonna say they all have mono zone. Plus mono skin thanks to Asa actually thinking on his head. You wondering why I'm making them get this so young? Think about it, bro. If Marileona can do that, and Frogoyon, I don't know if Frogon I do that. Shit, sorry, but let's say he did. Nozel can do it. So, and after like a little bit more of a young, like almost 13-year-old age, Asta will actually, not Asta, Noel and Asta and Yuno will meet Asta's magic in the original timeline, teaching them the ways more of a sword, but he will actually give them a scroll that he found that he could never use. Asta and Noel, when you look at it, it'll be more of about water magic. And also seeing like him and Noel have similar techniques, they will learn these techniques. So mostly their techniques is gonna be more versatile and more terrifying to be released. You know, when is gonna be more a little bit more overpowered for itself. I'm gonna say they'll learn these techniques once they go to their squads. But crafting their own blades at their own mana what took a whole day of the second time. So Asta and Noel will have two blue blades. While the blade at the bottom is dark, the top of the blade is dark blue. So basically they can put this in their grimoires without just having that shit on them all the time, no offense. You know will do the same thing, but his is more of like a greenish tint at the bottom while his top is more white. Symbolizing the wind. So they're good on weapons. And they know how to craft them again if they want to. And after the third day, Noel will be able to tell and honestly she has to leave and hopes to see him in the Magic Knights. Also will make a little communication thing. So Noel will take that and leave. And after at the third day when she got back, basically she still hated and not even though they can sense her magical power a little control, they don't trust her in the squad. So she's basically on the Black Bulls. The worst of the worst, more of the idiots. After Asta's hearing that, saying, which squad are you gonna join? He said the Golden Dawns. Why? After Noel say about the squads. He's gonna join the Black Bulls with Noel. He said, alright, have fun with your little girl. And Asta will shut him up. Like, bro is embarrassed. Noel will say, she heard it a little bit, blush, and saying, shake her head, saying, he doesn't like me like that, right? Right. And Asta would be saying the same thing. She don't like me either, right? Knows these two like each other, but they just can't say it. But that's the end of the parts. I'll discover part 2 later. Hope you guys like this kind of intro a little bit. How far is the story? So I hope you guys like it, subscribe, and actually tell me to make another part, because it's been a while, so I don't know if you guys still like my videos. Peace.